Hello, making another clay video. This is a beautiful color and it matches this pillow. This is my elbow, these are my elbow pillows. And because I have my elbows on this Tupper container and I have the computer on the Tupper container and I have some putty material underneath the corners to hold the computer in its place, which is nice. So I just want to talk a little bit about psychology, as I always do. I want to talk about internet communication. So I know one thing for sure is that I am not going to waste my time in the chat rooms anymore. So that's also what the corporate agenda wants. They don't want some whistleblower like me in the chat rooms where maybe 1,000 people could see what I'm writing. So, but it's just a waste of time anyway. People aren't listening to what I have to say. The conversations are not interesting for me. I don't see very many people that have anything interesting to say, and when someone has something interesting to say that may last for 5 minutes, There was someone interesting in the chat room yesterday who was there for about 5 or 10 minutes. And I've never seen that person before, and he was only there for a very short time and then he left. And he wasn't talking to anyone else. He just came in there and he said to me that he thinks that the virus was bioengineered deliberately released at the wet markets to distract the trail where it originated, and it was deliberately released in order to make people not vote for Donald Trump a second time. So the whole virus was bioengineered for that purpose, to create a pandemic. So these people are actually willing to create an entire world pandemic in order to get people not to vote for Donald Trump again, so that they can, because they know how the public is. The public go like, when the economy gets bad, or when there's a virus outbreak, or when there is some kind of, or even Yellowstone erupting, then the and the sky would become dark and darkened because of the ashes. The president would be blamed for it, for Yellowstone erupting. I am not kidding. This is how the average human brain works. This coincided with this president. Thus, the president must not be any good. So, at the same time, if there is war with another country, then we have an external enemy. And when we have an external enemy, could be created artificially too, it sometimes is, then the people will band together with their president. And it wouldn't matter, as Rudy Giuliani said, if Bozo the Clown would be president, then people would be voting for him. And he said that during the time of George W. Bush. So we can clearly see what his opinion was about the Bush administration. So, but anyway, so Donald Trump has nothing to do with the virus. He has nothing to do with Yellowstone breaking out, the potential of it to break out, or Krakatoa, or Kilauea, or what, any of these volcanoes in the world. Donald Trump has nothing to do with it. He is not pulling some kind of magical red button to ignite those volcanoes. He didn't create the virus, and he would not cause any kind of disaster or wildfire or anything that's going on. So, okay, this is just a fact check, an intermittent reality presentation here. But, my messages to the world, if I don't even think that if a video has 3,000 views at any current moment, that the people in the chat are, I don't know, there's only maybe 100 people in the chat maximally, I don't know. And I don't even know if the rest of these people pay attention to the chat. So, but, I think the most people that could possibly see my comments in there might be 100 or maybe 200. I don't think 1,000. So, and maybe it does a little bit, right? It does a little bit good. But, the same with the animal rights activism. When I get the petitions sent to me in massive amounts, like 1,000 petitions per day, with unimaginable cruelty cases, photos and videos. And I really pulled that into my poor brain in 2012, which resulted in a panic attack in October. So, like, for 10 months straight in 2012, I was pulling one horror story after another into my already battered brain from childhood trauma and everything. And then by the time October started, I was like, okay, this is it. We're all gonna die or something, it was like. And then the conspiracy theorist, I was friends with the conspiracy theorist lady who was like, we're gonna have Armageddon happening. And then when it didn't happen, and I said to her, dude, it didn't happen. And now what? She was like, all right, never mind, let's talk about something else. And then eventually I pinned her down on it, and she said she wished for Armageddon. She's also a fundamentalist Christian, fanatic Christian. She wanted Armageddon to happen. Hello. Like, red flag. Yeah. I don't know if this registers with anyone out there, but they'll call me Satan. Yes, they will, for sure. And I get called all kinds of things. I'm always accused of having a penis. But I don't have a penis. I have a clay penis and I have a dildo that's much bigger than this. So I do not have a penis. I never had a penis. Never. I was born without a penis. So, just wanted to, just a quick fact check here. Okay, yes, I'm a real female. Always been female. And it hurts. It still hurts real bad to be accused of having a penis. It hurts. And the reason why it hurts is because most women have insecurity about their appearance, about their looks, Many women that don't feel like they don't feel very appealing. They don't think their faces are pretty enough. And yeah, I like my face though. I like my body very, very much. I love my face and body, but I know that the public doesn't. I know that the majority of men don't like my face and my body. So they find me overweight, they think my face looks harsh, or Frankenstein. I got all of this already, all of these accusations. And it hurts so much. And all the women out there know that it hurts so much, to get bullied like this by the real hardcore haters. It hurts very, very, very much. And when they see someone else get bullied, then they go like, in their head, they go like, oh, I better never, ever say anything political so that I'll never be noticed in this bad way. And then we actually, if we cave into this bullying in that way and always let ourselves be silenced, then what happens is then we make the sexism in the world much, much worse by caving into this. If we don't cave into it, if we're the real caring Karens, if we stand strong and tall, chin up, and say, I'm not okay with that bullshit. And if they accuse you and me of looking unfeminine, then we have to go, okay, I can meditate on it, I can cry about it, I can do my primal screams into my pillows, but I'm not going to let that peer pressure me into silence. Okay? I will not be silenced by this. I will never be silenced by bullying. Okay? But just like with the animal rights petitions, the horror cases, I had to cut it down, on the intake of animal rights petitions, just for my mental sanity. I had to quit watching any of these videos. I can't even watch the undercover videos in factory farms for 1 or 2 seconds. I get a nervous breakdown. I cannot see screaming pigs. I cannot stand it, okay? And I can't stand the cruel photos. I've seen horrible photos of men kicking cows, innocent cows, letting their frustrations and anger out. Total psychopaths in the farming industry. And so that's why I'm an activist. I want to make the world better. I'm not going to let myself be silenced by anyone just because they don't like my face, just because they think they can bully me into submission. I'm not going to let anyone bully me into submission. It's not going to happen, okay? So, but I have to protect my mental sanity, okay? For that reason, to protect my mental sanity, because I am a living, feeling, breathing being. I'm not going to expose myself to haters anymore. In the chat room, there are so many of them, I can't even block all of them. And they keep coming back. If I block them, they come back with another account and they will continue to bully me because they hate me so much. Okay, so that I can't do anymore. Okay? Sorry, I'm finished with the chat. Some people are nice in the chats, but I cannot do it anymore. It's just, it's too emotionally stressful. Okay, I cannot do it. I have to protect my mental sanity. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be kissed. I deserve to be cuddled. I deserve to be treated with respect and kindness, like every other living being out there, okay? Take care.